I made my seat swapper cry. So I'm sitting in my Economy Plus seat that I literally paid extra for when this woman walks up to me with her kid in tow. She asks me to switch seats to 32B so her 9-year-old can sit with her because he has anxiety. I look at her like she's crazy and ask how much cash she has to pay me back for the upgrade I bought. She immediately starts going off about how cruel I am for leaving an anxious child sitting alone. So I ask her the obvious question. Did you offer the person sitting next to your son your Economy Plus seat? She looks at me like I just asked her to donate a kidney and says she needs the legroom. That's when I lost it. I told her straight up that she clearly cares more about her own comfort than her son's well-being. If she actually cared about him sitting alone, she would give up her fancy seat and move to the back with him. The logic was right there, but she wasn't having it. Instead of being a normal person and admitting I had a point, this woman breaks down into a full-blown screaming meltdown right there in the aisle. She's wailing about how heartless I am, asking how I could do this to a poor, anxious child, making this whole dramatic scene like I just kicked her puppy. People are staring, the flight attendants are rushing over, and I'm just sitting there wondering why this lady thinks her poor planning is somehow my emergency. The woman next to me is pretending to read her magazine, but I can tell she's eating this drama up. The kid is just standing there looking embarrassed as hell while his mom has a breakdown over a seat she could easily fix by switching with someone else. The flight attendant tries to mediate, but the woman keeps screaming about how I'm traumatizing her child. I stay calm and explain that I paid for this seat specifically, and if she wanted to sit with her son, she should have booked seats together or been willing to give up her own upgrade. The flight attendant nods and asks the woman to return to her seat because she's holding up the boarding process. She finally storms off, still sobbing dramatically, dragging her poor kid behind her who looked like he wanted to disappear into the floor. I felt bad for the kid, but not for his entitled mom who thought throwing a tantrum would get her way. About 10 minutes later, this guy sits down next to me with the biggest grin on his face. Turns out the person sitting next to the kid offered to switch with the mom when they saw what was happening, so the problem got solved anyway. The guy tells me he got bumped up to Economy Plus for free because the airline felt bad about the whole scene and wanted to make sure the original passenger who helped out got compensated. He's practically glowing about his unexpected upgrade and keeps thanking me for standing my ground because it led to his stroke of luck. Meanwhile, I can see the woman 3 rows back shooting me death glares while sitting in regular economy next to her son, exactly where she should have been from the start if she actually cared about sitting together.